Kenneth, SBM Boxing. Let's speak boxing. Huge fights happening this weekend. Big fights happening this weekend. Josesito Lopez taking on Canelo Alvarez. Alvarez is set for his fifth defense in WBC Super Welterweight title against Josesito Lopez in the MGM Grand in Las Vegas Arena. Canelo now is favored by many and most to beat and come out with the victory against Josesito Lopez. Both weighed in tonight. Canelo weighed in at 154, and you guys know as well as I know he's going to weigh in tomorrow night at. He's going to come into the fight 160, 165. Lopez weighed in at 153. Now Lopez, keep in mind, Lopez had to come up 2 weight divisions. You know, he came up 1 weight division to fight vicious Victor Ortiz, and he had to come up another weight division to take on Canelo Alvarez. But Josesito Lopez definitely has the height advantage. If you see him side by side, Lopez looks like the much larger opponent, but Canelo, pound for pound, he's used to that weight, so he's definitely going to be the more heavier opponent. But let's talk about the fighters. Lopez is 30-4. You know, he has 4 losses. He came off a huge victory against vicious Victor Ortiz, while Canelo has an untarnished, clean as a whistle, man. 40-0, comes off a huge win against Shane Mosley. So both fighters are coming off a huge win, huge victories. Now 22-year-old Alvarez, he's 22 years old, he's young. A lot of people, a lot of spectators, a lot of people who talk, they're saying that this guy hasn't truly been tested. Alvarez has fought some big names, some recognizable names, like Shane Mosley in the last 2 years. You have Shane Mosley, Kermit Cintrone, Alfonso Gomez, but a lot of them, they've been said to be past their primes, which. That's not a lie, facts are facts. They're not the same fighters when Canelo fought them. But, he's not to take credit from him or whatever. He just needs to continue doing what he's doing and fight the bigger opponents and the better opponents. And now a lot of people are saying, why is this guy taking on Josesito Lopez? Why not take on a top-ranked contender at the 154 division rather than Lopez? But, hey, let's, in Canelo's defense, James Kirkland, he's been trying to line up fights, but he's just had bad luck. James Kirkland, he signed, and within days he actually withdrew from the fight. Paul Williams, the Punisher Paul Williams, that was set for September 15th at MGM Grand in Las Vegas, but the fight has been canceled. He was paralyzed in a motorcycle accident. Ortiz, he went to the Ortiz fight against Lopez. He was sitting there ringside, had that lined up. Everyone, even Ortiz knew that he was going to fight Canelo Alvarez after this fight. And guess what? He got his jaw broke. So, he's been trying to go ahead, and he's even been speaking about going ahead and taking on Floyd Mayweather, taking on Cotto, taking on whoever. So he's not like the kid doesn't want to fight. He definitely wants to fight, but he has been having a lot of bad luck. But if Lopez pulls up another upset, that's definitely going to throw off the plans for the possible Alvarez matchup against Floyd Mayweather, which a lot of people are talking about, which I have no idea why people want to see that fight. That'll be a good fight, but I want to see Pacquiao versus Mayweather before anything. And anyways, it's just going to be a lot of excuses. What Canelo's going to weigh in at 165, this Mayweather fought twice at 154. He fought De La Hoya, and he's not really a 154. He fought Cotto, and he night of the weigh-in, a lot of people get drained, and this guy's just sipping on Gatorade, drinking, which a lot of fighters don't even drink because they're trying to make weight, like Canelo Alvarez, because he's going to weigh in at 165 pounds tomorrow night. Whereas Mayweather's not a problem. Mayweather's forcing himself to go up in weight like that, and he weighed in at 151 against Miguel Cotto. So it's just a big, huge weight advantage on that. But let's not talk about Mayweather. I'm not going to try to steal the thunder from Canelo and Lopez right now. But it would definitely throw him off track. Lopez has definitely moved up 2 weight classes. Like I said before, he looked good against Ortiz. He came up to fight Ortiz, and he pulled off the victory. But both fighters' styles matched up perfectly. Lopez and Ortiz, they were toe-to-toe, they were brawling. I had Ortiz winning in the cards, but Ortiz did look a little sloppy, his both defensive end and offensive weren't working for him that night, but I had him up in the cards. But Lopez threw some wild flurries, hooks, and it worked for him, he was able to counter Ortiz with them wild hooks and wild punches and stuff like that, and it was able to catch him, and that's it. Hey, but that's definitely not going to happen with. That's not going to cut it with Canelo. Lopez has to, he needs to come in the fight, establish his jab early, and apply constant pressure when he's fighting Canelo. If he tries to outbox Canelo, he'll get beat to the punch all night. But Canelo, he fought Shane Mosley, but I've seen a lot of Canelo footage and stuff like that. He definitely has some flaws in his game. If you're gonna hop on Canelo, you gotta hop on him early, because he's just like Mayweather. He warms up, but he is a sucker for the lead right. But in order to lead right, you definitely got to be quick. You got to get out of there. But Lopez, all in all, Lopez, my fight prediction on that, Lopez, and how I see that fight, it depends on his camp. If Lopez tries to outbox Canelo, he's going to get his ass whooped. He just doesn't have the raw ability and the boxing ability, at least using the ring, utilizing the ring. As far as his punches, I don't see him outboxing Canelo. The only choice I see him having is just brawling. Same approach that he had against Victor Ortiz, but he needs to be a little compact, a little bit quicker. And he needs to smother the shit out of Canelo. Canelo. The cards are definitely not in his favor. Canelo just has too much boxing ability. My fight prediction in that fight, I have unanimous decision. I'm going to take it to the cards. I don't know. I just don't see Canelo. I know Canelo he definitely has power. He has a lot of power. Lopez takes some hits, takes some punish, but I just think Canelo's going to try to be patient. Patience is going to be big. It's going to be key for Canelo. I think Lopez is definitely going to apply a lot of pressure. He's going to come forward, and he's just going to have to be patient, counter, break him down, wear him down, and then try to go for the KO in late rounds. If not the KO in late rounds, I just see Canelo winning by the cards, unanimous decision. But anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think. Fight predictions. Who do you think is going to win, Canelo Alvarez or Josesito Lopez? If you guys didn't request or subscribe, friend request, have a good one. This is Kenneth, the SBM Boxing.
Gotta talk, I walk the walk. Even though I'm fly, I walk the walk.